In this video, we'll have a look at the features and format of the P&L appropriation account. We will understand the difference between the P&L account and the P&L appropriation account, and also see the difference between what is called as charge and what is referred to as appropriation. We'll also look into what we should do when we are faced with the situation where the appropriation is greater than the available profits, and conclude with the difference between net profit and the divisible profits or distributable profits. We'll begin with the features of P&L appropriation account. P&L appropriation account is a nominal account, just like the P&L account. This account is prepared only by partnership firms. It is considered an extension of the profit and loss account. The purpose of preparing this account is to show how the net profit which is arrived at from the profit and loss account is appropriated amongst the partners. This account is guided by the partnership deed. Next, let's have a look at the format of the profit and loss appropriation account. On the top, the profit and loss appropriation account, name of the firm for the year ended 31st March for that year, a ledger account, left side debit, right side credit. It's a nominal account, so we debit this account with all the expenses of the firm and losses of the firm, and we'll credit the account with all the gains and the incomes of the firm. But just before we begin the account, for any net profit arrived at from the profit and loss account, we need to bring it down to the credit side of the profit and loss appropriation account as by profit and loss account, that is a net profit brought down. On the other hand, where there is a net loss, we'll have to bring it down to the debit side of the profit and loss appropriation account as to profit and loss account, the net loss has been brought down. I will discuss in a few more seconds the concept of when the net loss has to be brought down from the profit and loss account to the P&L appropriation account. The expenses of the firm are interest on capital, any salary to the partner, or any commission. It is better to have an inner and outer column on either side of this ledger account. Amount for each individual partner can be written in the inner column and the total can be taken to the outer column. So I am debiting the profit and loss appropriation account with expenses such as interest on capital, partner salary, partner's commission. Transfer to reserve. Reserve is an appropriation from profits done in order to meet any contingencies that may or may not arise in future. On the credit side, we'll have interest on drawings. That's the only income for the firm with respect to partners. And if there is any profit, it is transferred to the partner's capital or current account in profit sharing ratio. And if there is any loss, it is transferred to the partner's capital or current account on the credit side in profit sharing ratio. After I discuss the difference between what is called a charge and what is referred to as appropriation, I'll come back to the same slide to let you know when the net loss as per the profit and loss account is brought down to the P&L appropriation account. Next, let's enumerate the differences between the profit and loss account and that of the P&L appropriation account. In terms of stage of preparation, the profit and loss account is prepared after trading account, whereas the profit and loss appropriation account is prepared after the profit and loss account. The objective of preparation of these two accounts: the profit and loss account is prepared to determine the net profit or net loss for the accounting period, whereas the profit and loss appropriation account is prepared to show how the net profit is appropriated amongst the partners. What are the nature of items? The profit and loss account is debited with expenses which are referred to as a charge against profit and credited with income being the operating income. On the other hand, the profit and loss appropriation account is debited with expenses which are regarded as appropriations from profit and credited with income being interest on drawings. Which of these two accounts is based on the partnership deed? The profit and loss account is not guided by the partnership deed or partnership agreement, whereas the profit and loss appropriation account is guided by the partnership deed or agreement. Which of these two accounts follows the matching principle? To recall what the matching principle is: to find out the profit or loss of any organization, only expenses which are incurred to get the revenue of that organization is deducted from the revenue in order to get the profit. The profit and loss account is prepared based on this matching principle. The revenue is matched against the expense. However, the profit and loss appropriation account has nothing to do with the matching principle. It is not prepared on the basis of the matching principle. So these are the 5 differences between the profit and loss account and the profit and loss appropriation account. Next, let's understand the difference between the term charge and the term appropriation. In terms of nature of these two items, charge refers to expenses that have to be deducted from profits while calculating the net profit or loss of any organization, whereas appropriation indicates the distribution of net profit to various heads. Where are these two items recorded? In the case of a charge, it is debited to the profit and loss account, whereas in the case of an appropriation, it is debited to the profit and loss appropriation account. Is it necessary? A charge is definitely necessary. It has to be made irrespective of whether the business has made a profit or whether the business has incurred a loss. However, in the case of appropriation, it has to be made only to the extent of profit available. And if the business has made a net loss, no appropriation can be made. Where insufficient profits are available, appropriation can be made only to the extent of profits available. Let's look at a few examples of charge and appropriation. Apart from the usual items which are debited to the profit and loss account, such as salaries, electricity charges, postage, stationery, etc., which are charges that have to be made irrespective of whether the firm earns a profit or incurs a loss, there are 2 items of charges involving partners. The first one is interest on loan paid to the partner by the firm for any loan advanced by the partner to the firm. And the second one is rent paid by the firm to the partner for use of partner's premises by the firm. In case of appropriations, examples are interest on capital, partner's salary or commission, and transfer to reserve. Partner's salary or commission is not given, where there is a loss incurred by the firm, and obviously in the case of reserve, which is an appropriation from profits in order to meet future contingencies, in the case of a loss, such transfer to reserve cannot happen. So these are the four differences between the term charge and the term appropriation. Now that we've understood the difference between charge and appropriation, and the fact that appropriation can be made only to the extent of profits available, let's understand when the net loss as per the profit and loss account is brought down to the debit of the profit and loss appropriation account. When there is a net loss as per the profit and loss account, no appropriation is possible, and therefore in case of net loss, the loss will be distributed among the partners from the P&L account itself. However, there is one instance when the loss as per the P&L account will be brought down to the debit of the profit and loss appropriation account. This is when there is an existence of interest on drawings which has to be credited to the profit and loss appropriation account. So after crediting the interest on drawings, if there is still a loss, the loss will be transferred to partners' capital or current accounts in their profit sharing ratio. But if the interest on drawings wipes out the net loss and there is a profit, then any appropriation which has to be made will be made to the extent of the profit available, and if there is balance profit, that profit will be transferred to the partner's capital or current account in profit sharing ratio. So this is only one situation when the net loss is brought down to the debit of the P&L appropriation account, that is when there is interest on drawings. Otherwise, take the net loss from the profit and loss account and directly transfer it to the partner's capital or current account, and don't prepare the profit and loss appropriation account at all. Now we just learnt that the appropriation can be made only to the extent of the profits which are available. Now what happens when we are faced with a situation where the appropriations to be made is greater than the profits which is available? These four steps need to be followed in such a situation. The first step is to ascertain the amount of appropriation that has to be made. The second step, find out the ratio of these appropriations to be made. Step 3, available profits are to be divided in the ratio of these appropriations. And 4, debit the P&L appropriation account, giving appropriations to the extent which has been calculated in step 3. There will be no balance divisible profits available. Finally, let's conclude with the difference between the term net profit and the term divisible profit or distributable profit. The net profit refers to the profits brought down from the P&L account to the P&L appropriation account after all charges have been made. On the other hand, divisible profit, or in other words the distributable profit, are profits which are finally distributed to the partners after all appropriation and interest on drawings. So in this video we learnt few details with respect to profit and loss appropriation account. In the upcoming video we will solve a few examples relating to the concepts that we have just discussed.